Isupk presents the Lord's 57th Annual Passover, April 4th, 2026 in Houston, Texas. You do not want to miss this one, Israel. Shalom.
Yeah. UBK shit, man. One West. Hey. I'm a UBK nigga, I'm stuck in my ways. That's on them, letting cowards fill up they ranks. Goddamn, lost tribes got them following waves. Loyalty a lifestyle, nigga, I'm just saying. Yeah, I'm a saint, no New Orleans, it's going up. Next spot, we at the B&B. I'm turned up, I'll pull up in the SRT. Burning rubber, hey, UBK shit. Look, met her at the club, told her pull up to the lobby. She know I'm in the coat, we're all black, no Illuminati. This my other half shit, I can't move without it. These my motherfucking brothers, yeah, what I'm gonna do without them, yeah. If it's beef, I can't wait to sink my teeth in. Niggas going overboard, they off the deep end. Why you tripping off that hoe? That's some weak shit. Told him put me in the game cause I love defense. Yeah, put me in the game, coach. Fuck you thought, he let his colors fly. He ain't cut, we cut him off. Yeah, bounce out, let my fringes swing. Yeah, I'm a dog, and she say she find me interesting. Yeah, want me to call, put me in the game, coach. Fuck you thought, he let his colors fly. He ain't cut, we cut him off. Hey, bounce out, let my fringes swing. Yeah, I'm a dog, and she say she find me interesting. Yeah, want me to call, I ain't gotta settle, I got options, ma. No, I stand on business, my name not Tazar. I'll pop you with this pocket rock. Feed a nigga shells like a taco truck. Hey, this bitch got sound effects, it go pew pew pew. I ain't tripping on no drink, got bottles in the room. I'm in Durham, North Carolina, bitch, it's 12 a.m. Look at them, they ain't none of us and we ain't them. I told him put me in the game, coach. Fuck you thought, he let his colors fly. He ain't cut, we cut him off. Hey, bounce out, let my fringes swing. Yeah, I'm a dog, she say she find me interesting. Yeah, want me to call, put me in the game, coach. Fuck you thought, he let his colors fly. He ain't cut, we cut him off. Hey, bounce out, let my fringes swing. Yeah, I'm a dog, she say she find me interesting. Want me to call, yeah. UBK shit, man, you already know what it is. It's the 55th Annual Passover, man, turn up. We gon' do this shit the UBK way, not the other way. You hear me? Yeah.
Buddha.
Look, I ain't the hardness, I'm a good soldier. Yeah. My niggas is killers, I ain't gon' hold ya. This shit is not for the weak, I already told ya. They taught us to yak or rob, watch how you approach us. Blood of my brothers, this for the blood of my brothers. Blood of my brothers, this for the blood of my brothers. Blood of my brothers, this for the blood of my brothers. Blood of my brothers, this for the blood of my brothers. When Babylon fall, the meat gon' inherit the earth. I never turn pussy, you gotta bury me first. I get the word from Cap, I'ma just go, yes sir. Please don't play with your life, or you'll get seriously hurt. Over my brothers, we doing numbers. You like to talk a lot, but you'll get humbled. Ayy, fuck all my enemies, yeah, cause they make a tumult. You gotta be disciplined. Can't do what you want to, outside is a jungle, and I got the heart of a lion. I just did Hebrew Academy, tried through the fire in the heart of a crisis. Everybody wanna talk tough, but only a dummy would try us. They told me life about war, so I ain't gon' never stop fighting. I know that they fools, but I cannot pity them. Niggas is taking them lies too serious. All black everything, know it, but fear them. Feds is watching, I gotta stay diligent. I gotta stay militant. Yeah, I know that I'm killing them. I ain't do hard in this, I'm a good soldier. My niggas is killers, I ain't gon' hold ya. This shit is not for the weak, I already told ya. They taught us to yak around, watch how you approach us. Blood of my brothers, this for the blood of my brothers. Blood of my brothers, this for the blood of my brothers. Blood of my brothers, this for the blood of my brothers. Blood of my brothers, this for the blood of my brothers. Front line, that's double time. I ain't throwing no flags, they let they colors fly. I'm UPK certified, follow the chain of command. We don't want cowards in here, them niggas can stay where they at. Fuck what they saying, it's cap, these devils is hunting on steps, so I ain't leaving no tracks. I'm about the Lord business, I ain't playing with them, and I'm standing on that. I got my foot on their neck, I got the world in my hands, I ain't even breaking a sweat. You not even a threat, I'm a soldier, head on a swivel, I'm always in motion. He move like a coward, cause real soldiers don't show no emotion. They just do what they supposed to. Yeah, it's the Lord's army. These niggas fold under pressure. I ain't talking about origami. We went to trials like we was fighting the case for manslaughter. I learned to yak a rob, I put these hands on them. It's crazy they had dropped sword after you would stand for him. He couldn't endure to the end, his cover is hanging in headquarters. Yeah.
27 Club.
All right, gang, let's really nail it this time. Here we go. A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4.
Been in this shit for some years, I ain't never left. Nigga try to save his life like he's scared of death. I got Hellstar on my body, bitch, I'm heaven sent. Hey, this UPK ain't nothing, we on fellowship. Been in this shit for some years, I ain't never left. Nigga try to save his life like he's scared of death. I got Hellstar on my body, bitch, I'm heaven sent. Hey, this UPK ain't nothing, we on fellowship. Florida Lee's on my top, this a Saints hat. This the third cap he been in, he a J-Cat. Niggas tryna steal the sauce, yeah, I hate that. But I ain't make the rules, I can't change that. New bottle, new wine, yeah, I can't crack. Look, flag on the plate, they grabbing face masks. Niggas always saving hoes where your cape at. The only killer that you know without no face tag. Hell yeah, my bitch bad, Proverbs 31. Yeah, this is not a drill, I be 30'd up. Yeah, he about to crack the sky, you better hurry up. It's all bad when you see us hang that jersey up. It's mad brick, I got the blick with my cover on. He a fed, he a op, got his cover blown. Look, I'm really outside without no scully on. It's 1 West, bitch, I'm on with my brothers on. He got ranked, then he left, he broke another oath. I got the play, we about to take another zone. They was sleeping on the team, now they comatose. Left his brother out to dry, guess he wanna fold. Put the oil on his head, that's another soul. I try to tell you we a pro, don't do this shit at home. She ain't happy, left her man, she had 304. He try to justify that shit, he broke the penal code. Been in this shit for some years, I ain't never left. Nigga try to save his life like he's scared of death. I got Hellstar on my body, bitch, I'm heaven sent. Hey, this UPK ain't nothing, we on fellowship. Been in this shit for some years, I ain't never left. Nigga try to save his life like he's scared of death. I got Hellstar on my body, bitch, I'm heaven sent. Hey, this UPK ain't nothing, we on fellowship. Gotta watch these niggas, they be cointel. Lil' bro ain't never killed nobody, but I know he will. It's on me everywhere I go, yeah, that's the holy seal. My niggas itching when it's up, you better not touch a chair. Ooh, I'm with the extra, that's off the back. He ain't loyal to his brothers, how you follow that? She either working with her hands or she off her bag. Broke bitches, yeah, they dare give me heart attacks. You see that banner from my head, I'm a part of that. These niggas cowards, pussies, we don't want no parts in that. They let our warrior out of prison, he ain't going back. Ain't no be speaking on the truth, cause we with all of that. Look, before they started dissing, they was fans first. You will never catch me digging in no man purse. Really put my brick in, that's why my hands hurt. And don't be speaking bullshit that make my head hurt. Look, I done burn my fingers from the Michael Drake. But for the brotherhood, I done threw my life away. I never see him, tell them come on from they hiding place. We can't do it, we told them we gon' find a way. They rather march 1,000 deep, we rather feed the people. They wouldn't put on all black, now you reading Hebrew. UPK the standard. If you speak on Hebrews, don't think they solid, get with them niggas just won't leave you. Been in this shit for some years, I ain't never left. Nigga try to save his life like he's scared of death. I got Hellstar on my body, bitch, I'm heaven sent. Hey, this UPK nothing, we on fellowship. Been in this shit for some years, I ain't never left. Nigga try to save his life like he's scared of death. I got Hellstar on my body, bitch, I'm heaven sent. Hey, this UPK nothing, we on fellowship.
Testing 1 2, testing 1 2. Oh, that's cool. It's a little blurry, but damn it. We're just gonna rock with it. All right, let's see what we got in the chat. Hey, shalom. Shalom, my brethren. Michael Love checking in from California. Okay. Okay. Hey, shalom, Lord Christ. Shalom, Yahweh Shem Yahshua, Barakatham to the brothers. Shalom, Yahweh Shamar. Alatham, Bashem Yahweh to the sisters. Tuesday night brotherhood class. Let's get the most out of hand. We are back in full effect. Make sure I got y'all. All right. We back in full effect. Please like, share, subscribe. We're gonna rock it out for a little bit. Salakia for the tardiness. And let's get it going. Hey, Shalom Christ, sis, what's going on? All right. So, anybody in the chat? We got any like current events that happened lately? Anything important? Anything important other than the situations of the politics that we see on a day-to-day basis, and Trump threatening to drop nukes? That's something important for sure. So, yeah, if we got anything, put it in the chat. I'll tap in. Going on that. Okay, so we're gonna have a whole class on becoming, or not becoming, but just being able to dictate righteous leaders. You know what I'm saying? It's easy to be misled, but that being misled is going to lead a lot of our people into a life of damnation. Okay, we have only so long until that time comes where it's either you got it right or you don't got it right. There is no in between. There is no, I almost got it right, or I almost followed in the right manner. You're getting very, very close to that time period where it's either you have it right or you don't have it right. So a lot of things can lead you out of making your election sure, but unrighteous leader is for sure going to be your seat to damnation, because you chose to follow someone that probably shared the same type of unrighteousness as you, and had the same type of characteristics of an unrighteous person. And that is going to lead you into a situation where you're going to have to face the judgment that the Lord has for this wicked place. And that's what we don't want for our people. We don't want our people to have to face that judgment, because the Lord's anger is terrifying. It's a terrifying situation when you are at the grasp of our Lord's anger. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be in that seat where you have to face the consequences of a nation that's been so wicked to the Lord's chosen people. Okay. Look what happened to Egypt. During that time period of Egypt, you would have called that the suburban area. You know what I mean? That was like the real clean, rich area. And we were in the ghettos in a whole different area. And what happened to that suburb? You know what I mean? That suburb was riddled with plagues and fear and torment. So you don't want to be one of those people that's caught in the midst of that judgment, because that judgment is brewing up for this place. And regardless of how you want to postpone it to be able to save as many people as you can, that's just not going to be the case. You know what I mean? You want your people to get a hold of the truth, but if you're following an unrighteous leader, you are not delivering the truth. You're delivering a lie, no different than a Christian pastor, no different than Donald Trump, no different than a Muslim mosque, a Catholic church, any type of religion that was bestowed on us from our oppressor. You get what I'm saying? So you got to make sure that you're following the right leaders. In order to be able to follow the right leaders, you need to know what a righteous leader is. A righteous leader is not someone who hides sin. A righteous leader is not someone who doesn't take accountability. A righteous leader is not someone who what's the word I'm looking for? Indulges in the affairs of sadistic and sexual deviancy, things of that nature. You get what I'm saying? So in order to be able to know that you are in a righteous setting, you need to know that you're following a righteous leader. Okay. And righteous leaders don't do any of those things. So let's go to, let's see, John 8:7. Let's see. The book of John, chapter 8 and verse 7. Let me see if I'm in the right spot. Okay, so the book of John 8:7, it says, so when they continued asking him, he lifted up himself and said unto them, he that is without sin among you, let him first cast a stone at her. And again, he stooped down and wrote on the ground. And they which heard it, being convicted by their own conscience, went out one by one, beginning at the eldest, even unto the last. And Yahushua was left alone, and the woman standing in the midst. When Yahushua had lifted up himself and saw none but the woman, he said unto her, woman, where are those thine accusers? Had no man condemned thee? She said, no man, Lord. And Yahushua said unto her, neither do I condemn thee. Go and sin no more. So this is an example of what you would call a righteous leader, because Yahushua definitely had every right to be able to condemn that woman. You know what I mean? Now, the unrighteous felt as if it was okay to cause harm to a woman or to be able to judge a woman when they themselves were hiding things that was a unrighteous way of living. Okay, so that's an important factor of what you need to know when it comes to you building yourself up to be a righteous leader. Because if you have a seat in this truth, you are technically going to be a leader of many. You know what I mean? We might not see the numbers now, but the numbers will come. And we see a lot of numbers already as it is. Our school is of many. Our school is, we have plenty of brothers and sisters, but it's going to come a time period where you have to rule nations, and you have to make sure that you are in a seat where you can be a righteous leader. So you have to put yourself in a situation where you can be blameless. You can be without, you know what I mean, some type of blemish on your head or on your jacket, so you can be able to be a leader to others who come into this truth. Okay. Because not being a righteous leader, you're going to be sought out, you're going to be sniffed out, and it's going to come out of your unrighteousness. It's going to show through your leadership. It's going to show through those that you lead. So you need to make sure that you're the one who is the example of what righteousness is. So it's important for our people to prepare for this, because in these trying times, we're going to see a lot more people have a hunger for the truth. And a lot more people are going to want to dwell on to the truth and want to come into this organization and actually find who the true God of Israel is, who the true God of blacks and Hispanics is. Okay. So you need to be in a seat where you are able to be a righteous leader and to be able to make righteous judgments. Okay. Let's see. Let's go to 1 Timothy 3:2. Okay. I'll start at 1. The book of 1 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 1. This is a true saying. If a man desire the office of a bishop, he desireth a good work. A bishop then must be blameless, the husband of one wife, vigilant, sober, of good behavior, given to hospitality, apt to teach, not given to wine, nor striker. So what we're seeing is the examples of what it is to be a true leader. When it's saying the husband of one wife, what is that wife? That wife is this truth. You are dedicated to this one truth. That's it. So it's funny when you see a lot of fake Israelites talk about unity camp, unity camp, unity camp. There is no unity in a mixture of teachings. You can't have unity when you are obviously leading people into a wrong situation when it comes to scriptures, when it comes to knowing the true God of the Bible. You can't have unity if I'm telling you it's wrong to force yourself on a woman, and you're giving examples of reasons of why it may be right, which is not. You know what I mean? It's not. When it comes to the age of being able to have a wife, we can't have unity if you are trying to say that it's okay to marry onto a child, and we're teaching that it's not. There cannot be any unity in that. Okay. So the one wife is the truth, and that truth has always been since 1969, and anything that brushes off of that truth is not the truth, because it's a portion of the truth mixed in with a whole bunch of lies. I had a brother from a different camp, a camp that we are not too fond of, and I just wanted to hear his perspective of why he even initiated himself within that group. So I asked him if there was a truth that already existed, and the person broke off of that truth and tried to make their own camp, why would you follow that person? And they sat there and said, oh, because there was still some things that needed to be fixed within the truth. That is a lie. You know what I mean? The Lord is not going to give you something that needs to be fixed. How can a man's judgment be more righteous than the Lord's judgment? How can a man's perspective be more righteous than the Lord's perspective? If the Lord's giving you something that is pure and it's clean and it's righteous, who are you in a position to sit there and say that it's not right? Who are you in position to say that there's a blemish in it? You get what I'm saying? And that's the problem with a lot of our brothers and sisters. They follow the ways of men and they don't follow the Lord. Like, oh, sheesh. So that one wife is his one truth. And there's only one truth. You can't have a mixture of truths. Then this person teaches this and this person teaches that. That's not how it works. You know what I'm saying? When you see these prophets in the Bible, they quoted the prophets of old. Why? Because they were saying the same exact thing that those prophets of old were saying in the New Testament. And the Christian church will try to tell you that it was something different. There is nothing different. You know what I mean? All the teachings that were taught in the Old Testament are all taught in the New Testament. Okay. So it says, husband of one wife, vigilant, sober, of good behavior, given to hospitality, apt to teach. So this characteristic of a person is vigilant. You know what I mean? They're dedicated. They're focused. They're a person who is delightful to be around. A delight to be around. It's not no person that is someone that you tend to want to try to be away from, or someone who's like it's like you disgusted when you see him. Like I can't be around that type of person. Like, you know what I mean? If you're a person of righteous behavior, it's how can I say? It's like addictive. It's like it's an attraction to it. It makes you want to be around righteousness. You dwell on that righteousness, because out of all the unrighteousness that we grew up with and the things that we've seen, it's captivating to be around righteousness. That's why we got Passover that's coming up, and Passover is like a beautiful scenery. It's beautiful behavior. It's beautiful ways of looking, dressing. You know what I'm saying? It's a righteous atmosphere. People are on their best behavior. People are dressed up to impress, and it's a beautiful setting. It's captivating. You get what I'm saying? What else? Verse 3: not given to wine, nor no striker, not greedy or a filthy liquor. It's like if I said that wrong. But patient, not a brawler, not covetous, one that ruleth well with his own house, having his children in subjection with all gravity. For if a man know not how to rule his own house, how shall he take care of the church of God? So that's an important thing too, because I mean, there is some instances where you see, like right now, that we are in hell, that it's tough for a man to be able to rule his house, because the oppressor has set up a system where everything is against that man. You know what I mean? When it comes to how the system is set up, it's all built on the man being outside of that household. So we're talking about a righteous household. We're talking about a household where a woman is in her place, the children are in their place. You know what I mean? Like right now, it's tough to see, because you got our oppressors who have built up a system that is completely supposed to go over the man and supposed to destroy the man. Like right now, a man trying to start his own family is a risk, because you start that family with the wrong person, they're going to use that system that is created to destroy you. When it comes to things of like alimony, child support, even when it comes to the imprisonment, like you call the cops, and the cops are mainly looking at the man of, oh yeah, well, even if the man didn't do anything, somebody's got to go to jail. You get what I'm saying? And majority of the time, that's that man who is going to be put out as the aggressor. So you got a system that's against you. So it's kind of hard to say what it is. But if that man in his own household, the household that he creates for himself, if that household is under structure, then that is a good sign of a righteous leader. Because yes, it is hard at that time. In this time period, it is very, very hard because it's a lot of wicked women out here, and they do use the system to try to go against a man and his household. Okay. But hey, Shalom Lord Christ, what's going on, my brother? So dictating a righteous leader is all throughout the Bible. Okay. Being able to call out who to follow and who not to follow. Now, majority of the time, you are going to come across people who call themselves a leader and that are not. You know what I mean? And you have to be of righteous judgment when it comes to that. And the only way that you can get the righteous judgment is by learning after righteous men. You get what I'm saying? If I'm a righteous brother and I'm of a brother of good character, of good class, and you see the way that I operate and you see the way I hold myself when it comes to being in amongst the worldly things, and you see the way that I conduct myself when it comes to being under pressure, and you sit there and say, okay, that's a brother who absolutely knows how to conduct himself. Who is he learning off of? You get what I'm saying? Focus on the ones that are around you. Focus on the ones. If you see just a whole bunch of unrighteous activity that's happening, and you see that multitude of people, and you're just like, okay, who are they following? You can tell that those actions come from who's ever leading them. Those actions come from who's ever dictating how this group of people operates. Now, the good thing about what I see, or the good thing about what's going on in this truth, is that zero tolerance of unrighteousness. You find yourself to be in an unrighteous position. It's either you pay the token, or you get completely banished from this truth, which is depending on the severity of the situation. You get what I'm saying? It's like, but that's the thing that I love about this truth, because you don't have elbow room to be unrighteous. This is only a righteous path, and that's it. And that's why we stand out more than other places. And the same fake Israelite dude was telling me that, because he didn't know I was a priest in the Isupk, and he was saying certain comments, like things that we do, like, oh yeah, well, they talk mess about our leader in the middle of classes and Sabbath classes, and it's like nobody wants to hear that, but it is important to hear that, and that's what they don't understand. You want to hear what people are saying about your leader. Not saying that you want to have an end all be all of that circumstance, but you want to be able to hear the reputation that is being put out, because some things that you might investigate might come out true. Like if someone's saying something about your leader and saying something like, oh yeah, well, they do this and they do that, you might want to put your investigation into what they're teaching, because, or whatever it is that's being accused of, and find out if that thing is true or not. You don't want to just go blindless and just say, well, they not knowing exactly what is the faults or the so-called faults of the person that you're taking leadership from. If someone's saying that your leader is homosexual, you probably want to do your research. You don't want to just continue to keep on following the homosexual. You probably want to try to find out, why is it that they're calling my leader a homosexual? That's probably what you want to do. You don't want to sit over here and ignore everything that you just heard and just go ahead and like, oh yeah, well, they're just hating. That's ignorant. You have to be able to have a wise way of thinking. And there's stuff that they say about our leader. But if you do your research, you find out that those things aren't true. If you do your research, you find out that all those claims are false accusations. You get what I'm saying? But you want to hear what the council is saying. You want to hear what people are talking about, because you might just be blindly following somebody who is doing all matter of unrighteousness in their bedroom, or doing all matter of unrighteousness within their councils, between leadership. You know what I mean? So it all depends. But being able to choose a wise leader, you have to have wisdom. You have to have a lot of wisdom, because you will be put in a position where you are in grave danger, because you allowed a smile and kindness to mislead you and put you in a mindset, in a spirit of just pure evil. Okay, so what we got here? Let's see. Let's see. Let's go to Jeremiah chapter 25 and verse 4. All right, I got it. The book of Jeremiah chapter 25 and verse 4, it says, "And the Lord hath sent unto you all his servants, the prophets, rising early and sending them, but ye have not hearkened, nor inclined your ear to hear. They said, Turn ye again now every one from his evil way, and from the evil of your doings, and dwell in the land that the Lord hath given unto you and to your fathers for forever and ever, and go not after the other gods to serve them and to worship them, and provoke me not to anger with the works of your hands, and I will do you no hurt." So incredibly important to understand who the Lord's prophets are. You get what I'm saying? It's incredibly important to know who the Lord's prophets are. Not everybody can be a damn prophet. There's a lot of people on social media who feel like they know the truth and they are speaking truth to the world. It's completely false. It's a lot of things that a lot of people try to hide from you. It's a sister that is online that can't stop talking about righteous this and righteous that, and we the Israelites and everything like that. And this woman has had about 3 husbands within a year's time span. So how is it that you are giving a perspective of what a true Israelite is, and not to join this camp or this camp, and yet you've had 3 husbands, and yet you had multiple husbands, but you're dictating who the true camp is, or who the true place of the truth is? That's what the individualites. You know what I'm saying? The individualites are a plague to this truth, because first of all, you're taking everything you learn from this truth, applying it to your personal life, and saying that this is not the home of the truth. Let me say that one more time. You're taking everything from this truth, applying it to your personal life, while also saying that this is not the home of the truth. You didn't do your research and find out Yahweh Shem Yah Shah Brakathum. You didn't do your research and find out that Dominicans, Puerto Ricans, Colombians, West Indians, Jamaicans, you know what I mean? You didn't find out all these people are Israelites through your own research. You didn't even find out the word shalom on your own research. And yet you feel as if that you can learn something and go about and do your own thing. That is a plague to this truth. People who feel as if they are better than the same people that they've taken this information from. That's a plague. And that is an unrighteous leader. And it's not a leader at all. That's someone who is they're like a crow, like a, what do you call them things? Those birds that eat carcasses, that eat dead carcasses. What do you call them again? I forgot what you call them. It's not a stork. No, the stork is like the one that delivers a child. Which one is the bird that eats dead carcasses? It's on the tip of my tongue, but I just don't know what it is. Oh, a vulture. Yeah, the water says. You like a vulture. You know what I mean? You just taking bits and pieces of things that don't belong to you. You know what I mean? And that's like how your spirit is. Like, you are a complete vulture. You're taking things that you've learned from this truth, trying to push to the world that this isn't the truth, while also building up your information through the same place that you're saying that doesn't have the truth. It just makes no sense. But that's because people want to be chosen. People want to be the chosen of God. And that's where you're going to put yourself in position where you are going to have to get judged for that. Because the Lord didn't raise everybody up to be a teacher. The Lord didn't raise everybody up to be a priest. The Lord didn't raise everybody up to be a prophet. You know what I mean? It's qualifications that come with it. It's discipline that comes with it. It's tests that come with it. And if you're not able or built to be able to pass the test, then why are you claiming yourself to be God's chosen? It's completely false. You know what I mean? You had a situation where brothers were sitting over there trying to cast demons out by what Paul was doing. And you know what I mean, the demons like, we know Paul, we know Christ, you know what I'm saying, but we don't know who you are. And that's the situation that those people are in. They want to see and they want to do. That's why you see a lot of people trying to battle online. Oh yeah, well, you guys aren't this, and you guys aren't the only way, and woo woo. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? A lot of people just want to battle. A lot of people just want that. A lot of people want that stamp on their resume. But the thing about it is, you see what in time, if a group does thrive by taking stuff out of this truth, and if they are thriving, eventually they'll be exposed. You see a lot of exposing going on, and you see that a place that has been standing since 1969, it obviously there must be something good about it, because you got all these different places who are failing and falling short in short time. But this place has been standing since 1969. You know what I'm saying? All because Commander General kept this truth. That speaks wonders. A lot of these places that claim themselves to have the truth, they haven't lasted 2 years. They haven't lasted a year. They haven't lasted 4 years. You know what I mean? It's all new to this earth. Why? Is because they're steadily breaking off, doing something else, breaking off, doing something else. Why? Because they're individualites. They do not have the truth. You want to go to the place that has been standing on solid ground for decades now. And so I can too that I keep rubbing my nose. My freaking mustache keeps on like tickling my nose, but it's like, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, you want to go to the place that's been standing on. It shows a lot that we've been standing since 1969. When you see all these different groups breaking off and becoming they're either another group, or they're just becoming individualites. But don't allow people to tell you that you don't got the truth. If you've been standing for this long, if you've been in this truth for this long, how can anybody say that this is not the home of the truth? Who else has been standing for this long? Who else has been lasting for this long? In time, it's going to show that you are in a unrighteous position. Whether that be your leaders getting exposed, the followers getting exposed, something is going to get exposed to show that you are in a position where you're following unrighteousness. I'm just glad the Lord led me here to be able to be in a seat where people have been standing for years and years and years. You talk to some brothers, they've been in here 15 years. You talk to some brothers, they've been in here 10 years. You talk to some brothers, they've been in here for 20 years, 30. You know what I'm saying? That's a long stretch of time when it comes to being in something that the world hates, because the world hates the truth. The world comes against people who love the truth. The world looks at you as if you're nothing, as if you're weird, as if you're doing the wrong thing. And that's a long time to stand firm in something that you feel in your spirit is right, or you know in your spirit that's right. You know what I'm saying? What did we just get through? All right, we just did Jeremiah. Let's go to Proverbs 8:33. Speaking of what we just talking about just now. So in the book of Proverbs, chapter 8 and verse 33, it says, "Hear instruction and be wise, and refuse it not. Blessed is the man that heareth me, watching daily at my gates, waiting at the post of my doors. For whoso findeth me findeth life, and shall obtain favor of the Lord. But he that sinneth against me wrongeth his own soul. All they that hate me love death." And just like Yahushua was saying, the ones that hate you hate him, and the ones that hate him hate God. It's a lot. So, yeah. So there's going to be hate that comes amongst you when you have found this truth, when you found the real truth. Brothers is going to hate you, because brothers hate the truth because they hate Christ. Brothers hate Christ because they hate God. It's all flowing circle of ignorance and unrighteousness and wickedness. So it's up for us to be able to obtain this truth. It's up for us to be able to not only teach this truth for those who are qualified to be teachers, but it be the representation of this truth as well. You know what I mean? For those who are not qualified to be teachers, you know what I mean? You wear it. You wear this truth. You look the part. You act the part. It's very important, especially in times like this, because we are being put in positions of leaders. We're being put in positions of the staple, the example of the true people of God. So with that comes test. With that comes a whole bunch of different avenues of how can I say, of mishaps, unfortunate things that may happen, things that may seem like it may never be adjusted or fixed. There's going to be a lot of things that come out in that type of manner, but you got to hold the fort. You got to be that example of God's chosen leaders. You have to be that example, because a lot of people are getting exposed right now. A lot of people are being pushed into a situation of division. So brotherhood is what brotherhood will get you through anything. You know what I mean? Hey, Shalom Christ. What's going on, my brother? Brotherhood will get you through anything. Brotherhood is going to be the example that we show that we do have the truth. When brothers are together, brothers deal with issues and move forward from them and not treat each other like we in the world. You know what I'm saying? Hold a grudge against your brothers without being able to talk it out and be able to squash things. You know what I mean? All these things are going to be truly important, because what it is an example of the kingdom. And in that kingdom will be rulers. You get what I'm saying? Christ is not coming to an unestablished kingdom to build it up. It's already going to be established for him when he comes to sit on his throne. The ways of living, the ways of teaching, the ways of having your day to day. That's all going to. The only difference is that we're going to have our own land. We're going to have beauty amongst us. We're going to have riches. That's going to be the only difference. But everything as far as morally, everything that as far as spiritually is already being built already as it is for Christ to come and rule. So now in this time period where you know that this is the end, you know that this is the beginning of the end for this wicked nation that has been ruling over us for Lord knows how long. Now that you see the end coming for them, you should be in a seat of, oh yeah, well, I'm gonna treat my brothers better. If I'm gonna be a judge, I'm gonna be a righteous judge. If I'm going to be a leader, I'm going to be a righteous leader. Because you don't want to be in a seat where it's judgment day and you have to stumble upon Christ and let him know why you was unbrotherly to this brother or unrighteous to this person or didn't have forgiveness for this person. You get what I'm saying? All those things are going to matter. All those things will matter on your day-to-day right now, because as you wake up, you're going to hear something new about, oh, well, America did this and Donald Trump did this and Iran is doing this and now Russia and Putin and all the China and all. You're going to hear all these things coming amongst, and all these things, new different things are happening every day. And it's just a downward spiral more and more for this place. I passed by the gas station on the way over here and it said $6.19 for a gallon of gas. I remember when it was 90 something cents. It's now at $6.19 for a gallon. It's just going to continue to keep going up. So understand, when you see these little details, they mean a lot, because those little details are showing you more and more that you are getting closer to that point where Christ is going to expose everything that has happened to God's chosen people. Not only everything that's happened to God's chosen people, the lies that have been brought up in the records that we carry in these scriptures. All these things must be revealed. And then when these things get revealed, people are going to look for, where is the home or where is the kingdom that Christ is establishing? And we have to be that kingdom. We have to play that part. We have to be an example. So your brotherhood should be 10 times as great now that you see that we're closer to the end. Your leadership skills should be at a full-time high, your teaching skills, because now it's time for our people to understand why we are better than the Christian church. Now it's time for our people to understand why we are better than the Muslims, why we are better than the Catholics. It's time for everybody to get that understanding. It's time for everybody to be able to find out, why do they claim themselves as the home of the truth? And we can't do that with people acting unrighteously. You know what I mean? And a lot of people are being outed. You know what I mean? The Lord is not going to allow an unrighteous person to be able to step foot into the kingdom. A lot of people are being outed, and it's a sad situation, because you pray that brothers and sisters not only come into this truth, but able to stay in this truth, but if you're doing the wrong things and you know that you're doing the wrong things, maybe you should probably correct those things immediately, because you don't want to be the one who gets plucked off of the tree of righteousness. You know what I mean? You don't want to be one of those ones who get plucked off that tree, because you see a lot of people are falling within their lust. A lot of people are falling within their pride, their anger, and they're falling short, and they're proving themselves unrighteous to claim themselves as a citizen of the UPK. You know what I'm saying? So don't put yourself in that position where you may or may not, you think you're doing something and it's harmless to others, and it seems as if it's not harmful to the ones around you, but you do it behind closed doors and you think it's not going to affect you. It's going to affect you. You know what I mean? You have a wicked worldly mindset. You probably want to get that fixed right away, because it's time for the Lord to start electing, and he's going to have his elect, and you can either be on that train or you can step foot up off of it. But there is not going to be no both sides, one foot on the train and one foot off the train. It's either you getting a seat or you not getting a seat. So if there's anything that you know that you're doing that is what's the word I'm looking for? I was gonna say unbeknownst. I don't want to say that. If you're doing anything that may seem like it even takes the image of unrighteousness, you probably want to just get those things fixed immediately. Fix those things immediately, because that election, it's if say you're one of those people who keep saying that I'm gonna watch classes, but I'm not gonna attend or get in class, or I'm not gonna get in all black, or I'm not gonna do anything that, you know what I mean, I'm just gonna watch the classes. Being an observer is fine for a short while. It's good to sit back and learn, but at the end of the day, it's going to be a time period where you need to get your boots dirty. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna need to get to work. You're gonna need to start putting your bricks on this wall. You get what I'm saying? So observing is fine, but just observing is not fine. There's plenty of things that people can do for this truth, even if you're just paying your tithes. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody's not meant to be a teacher, but even just paying your tithes is a way of putting a brick down, because you're supporting this truth. You're supporting things that this truth can add on to brothers and sisters that are in need, things that need to be developed, things of that nature. You get what I'm saying? So it's important that everyone understands and everybody knows that if you feel like you're not in a position where you feel like you can be a teacher, at least be someone who is working. You know what I mean? Be someone who's working, and not just, you know what I mean, financially is fine, but you know what I mean, you can go to the school and clean up your local schools. We got schools all over this country, all over this world. You know what I mean? Clean up your schools. Ask what your camp leader needs. Call and see what type of items they need. Like you know what I mean? Like, a lot of things help. A lot of things can be a good investment into your election when the time comes that it looks like it's getting closer and closer every day that we wake up. Every day could be that time where it's just like, poof. All right, blacks and Hispanics rule this earth now. Don't that sound crazy? Poof. Now blacks and Hispanics rule this world. Now how you gonna rule? You get what I'm saying? It can happen just like that. Mentally, physically, spiritually, you should be prepared for that switch up. It shouldn't come to you as a surprise. You should be ready for it, so you don't have to get ready for it. You should already be prepared. You should already be in sync with everything that needs to be done. So when that time does come, when that sky cracks and blacks and Hispanics now are in rulership of this earth, you should already be in a spirit that, oh, I'm already ready for this. Okay. Righteous leaders, unrighteous leaders. We did Proverbs. What else? Okay, that was Luke 10 and 16 when I was when we were talking about he that hates you hates Christ. He that hates Christ hates God. That's Luke 10 and 16. What else we got? Let's talk about not gonna spend too much time on it, but just an example of being a righteous leader, because sometimes you can be in a seat of authority and be in a seat of leading people, and you might do it the wrong way. Take your scriptures as an example. Everything that is written in the Bible, when it comes to the records of the people who are in this Bible, it's not just the good things like you see in a lot of these different religions, but it's also the bad things. You get what I'm saying? Those bad things are things for you to be able to analyze and to be able to be aware of and to avoid. You don't want to have to go through the same things that people had to go through in these scriptures and be in a bad state because you fell for the same trap that a lot of these peoples in these scriptures fell for. These scriptures are here to be able to warn us on what to avoid, to be able to teach us on what to do to be righteous, and to be able to give us the experience of what is to come. Okay, so take heed to all that and don't fall into the same trap that a lot of these brothers fell into. Now, what we're going to talk about, we could make a lot of examples of people who were in leadership that made a lot of bad decisions, because majority of a lot of people in the Bible made bad decisions as a leader. You know what I mean? A lot. It was a lot. It's a lot. But we're going to focus on Saul. So Saul was the first chosen king of Israel, chosen by the people of Israel. But David was chosen by the Lord. Okay. Saul made through his stature and through his aggressive look. That's why the people chose him, because he looked as if he can be the leader. God chooses the leader off of the ways of how a man's character is, and how his spirit is. David had a fearless spirit. He proved it in battle. He proved it when he got on the seat of being able to rule Israel. He proved it. You know what I mean? David did make mistakes also as a leader, but David had to pay for his mistakes just as well as Saul had to pay for his mistakes. Now, we're talking about Saul. Saul had a problem with his envy and his pride. He wanted to little boy the ones beneath him. He didn't want his seat to be taken, his authority to be taken by those around him. So within that mindset of envy and pride, he lost not only his seat as a king, but he lost his favor from the Lord. You know what I mean? Which is probably more important than that kingdom. Because what happened to him, he ended up having to fall on the sword. You get what I'm saying? But Saul, we got examples of Saul showing his envy towards David, right? And what is it? Okay, 1 Samuel 18:7. So we're gonna do, now that I got a lot more time on my schedule, we gonna go through 1 Samuel. we gonna go through 1 Samuel, and we gonna do a scripture to scripture, like a Sabbath service, because 1 Samuel, 2 Samuel, that is my ultimate favorite. Oh my goodness. ultimate favorite, 1 Samuel, 2 Samuels. So we're gonna go through 1 Samuel, 2 Samuels. We'll go through Saul right now, but just be prepared for that. In Brotherhood class, we're gonna go through 1 Samuel. Let me see. So what we got? 1 Samuel 18:7. I'm gonna read 6. 1 Samuel 18:6. And it says, and it came to pass as they came when David was returned from the slaughter of the Philistine, that the women came out of all cities of Israel, singing and dancing to meet King Saul with tabrets, with joy and with instruments of music. And the women answered one another as they played and said, Saul has slain his thousands, and David his 10,000s. Now, if it's one thing that a brother can really, really show his anger and envy on when it comes to women, I'm telling you, if you like it, you couldn't fathom how many brothers have either made bad choices because of their envy towards a brother and a situation where it has to do with a woman, or anything of that nature. You like, oh, this woman likes the woman that he has a thing for. She's got an interest in another brother, so he hates that brother and he wants to harm that brother because of he feels lesser of a man because the woman that he desired didn't want him. Now, Saul is showing these same type of feelings because they are praising both of them. Technically, it's not like Saul wasn't in the song that they were singing. You know what I mean? They was praising Saul for slaying thousands in battle, and they also add in David and his 10,000s, and that's put a side of jealousy within Saul. You know what I mean? Because Saul is already concerned on the fact that David could possibly take his seat. So now you got a situation where you got these women cheering and dancing, and they over here, oh yeah, well, Saul got 1,000, but David got 10,000s. So you know what I mean? That brought out the envy in a brother. That brought out the wickedness of a brother, because he, instead of him, you know what I mean, being like on some smooth player type, like, oh yeah, that's my brother right there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Congratulating the brother for being able to entice all these women. He kind of took it as, okay, well, they trying to say he better than me. Jesus Christ. Oh, I am getting blurry. They're trying to say he's better than me. And this is the problem that Saul's going through, and it's a buildup. It's not just something that is. It starts off with your thoughts first. You know what I mean? Like, Saul felt something at first when it came about David, and then those things started to build up in time. But when it built up to the point where he could no longer have ignore it, then he started doing a whole bunch of mess of unbrotherly things that he shouldn't have been doing, tormenting and hunting David, and putting himself in position where now he's no longer a brother to David, but now he's a foe. Okay, he's an op. Now he's hunting David down, and David didn't do anything, and David did so little to the point where David had to drop on Saul and could have just ended all his suffering, but chose that I'm gonna be brotherly in this situation because this is who God chose to be the leader of Israel. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna treat him as such. And that's an important part to do when it comes to maybe you when you dealing with someone who is over you. You know what I mean? It may just be a bad day. Regardless of whatever the circumstances is, brothers that are over you for a reason. You know what I'm saying? So you treat the brothers that are over you in that type of manner that they are in a better seat than you are. Well, in a seat of glory, like, you know what I mean? They're in their position for a reason, and it needs to be treated as such. And David always stood on that. You get what I'm saying? Because even when it came to Saul losing his life, and that what was it, that the Samaritan brother claiming that he's the one that unalived Saul, David off that brother because of what he was saying. He thought it was going to help him because David was running from Saul, but it made him be put in a bad seat because David didn't lose respect for his leader in a leader position. He just, you know what I mean, he played his position. I'm supposed to be who the Lord chose to rule Israel, and eventually my time will come. That's how it was for him. So where we at? That being one of these examples. What else? Okay, yeah, and Samuel 18 and 11. I think we already read that. No, we can go. Okay. Let's keep reading down till we get to 11. And it's verse 8. And Saul was very wroth, and the saying displeased him, and he said, "They have ascribed unto David 10,000s, and to me they have ascribed but thousands. And what can he have more but the kingdom?" So this is him showing his pride and his anger and his jealousy towards David, because he's just like, okay, if they sitting over here telling him that he did better in battle than me, then what's next? The kingdom? Okay. Let's see. Where we at? Verse 9. And Saul eyed David from the day and forward. And it came to pass on the morrow that the evil spirit from God came upon Saul, and he prophesied in the midst of the house. And David played with his hand as at other times. And there was a javelin in Saul's hand. And Saul cast the javelin, for he said, "I will smite David even to the wall with it." And David avoided out of his presence twice. And Saul was afraid of David because the Lord was with him. Did I finish that? And was departed from Saul. So now you're seeing the buildup of the jealousy that Saul had towards David. You're seeing that this man went from the leader of Israel into someone who was unbrotherly, jealous, and unrighteous. You get what I'm saying? So as we're getting in these seats of people coming into this truth, and people, swarms of numbers coming into this truth, and people understanding the fact that Christianity was not built to save our people, and now that they have brothers have opened up the internet and been on podcasts and showing the world that there is something better than what they've been taught and what they've been lied to. You know what I mean? Now prepare yourselves to be a righteous leader, because you're going to have to lead many. You know what I mean? You're going to have to lead many, and it's going to be a lot to lead. So you have to be a righteous leader. Don't ever put yourself in a position where you feel like you are above your above the standard of what the Most High has for you. Whatever the seat the Lord got you in, that's because the Lord put you there, and that's the role you need to play. Anything else other than that, you're just a regular person that's in the world. You get what I'm saying? And you're nothing to the Lord. So be what the Lord wants you to be, and don't falter or don't show any signs of any type of weakness within yourself, because those things are going to be tested, and you will lose your seat in this truth. So with that, we already at 9:23. So like it for being tardy too. Next week next week is Passover. If I'm not here then you know what I mean, this is the week of Passover, so you already know what it is. It's gonna be it's time to lock in. It's time to start these traveling. You know what I mean? Everybody travel safely. Everybody have a safe travel. You know what I mean? Do prepare for all the proper precautions of being in a safe seat. We want to see everybody get there whole, everybody get there as easily as possible. So, you know what I mean, let's not put ourselves in any type of way where we're skipping any safety precautions and then putting ourselves in a position where we are in some type of danger. You know what I'm saying? Get to Passover and get there safely. That's all I can say. I'm trying to find the words to say for it, but get to Passover safely. If you're driving, if you're catching flights, you know what I mean, you got regardless of whatever the circumstances are, you know what I mean, let's all not have a story to tell about, oh yeah, well, this happened to this brother or this happened to this sister. Everybody get to Passover safely. We're gonna see y'all there next week. If y'all see me, if I'm still out here, there will be Tuesday night Brotherhood class. If y'all don't see me, then I'm on my way to Houston. Okay. But can't wait to see everybody's faces next week. Can't wait to be able to laugh and joke with brothers that we have. I mean, I ain't been around for about a year now. It's going to be a excellent event. It's going to be a peaceful event, and it's going to be a safe event. So most definitely we will see all of y'all later. And yeah, travel safely. And to all the brothers, I want to say Shalom, Yahweh Shem Yahshai Brakathum. All the sisters, I want to say Shalom, Yahweh Shamar Latham Bashem Yahshai. We Passover ready, y'all. Let's get to traveling. Let's go.
The ISUPK presents the Lord's 57th Annual Passover, April 4th, 2026 in Houston, Texas. You do not want to miss this one, Israel. Shalom.